What up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Singh's Derby Army, coming with a new edition of Derby 0, Barnsley 2. Just before I get into the nitty-gritty of it all, I just want to apologise that I haven't been able to do one for the last 3 games. I've just been busy with work, and obviously with the lockdown restrictions coming in, family matters, personal issues, as well as work-related issues, all propped up at the same time, which just allowed me to have to divert my attention to that rather than the football. Not that the football's been any good to comment on anyway, but nevertheless, I'm back for today's review. Okay, like I said at the start, Derby 0, Barnsley 2. Where shall I begin? We just don't look like scoring, do we? It's becoming, it's actually really worrying how, where as soon as we get into that final third, we just don't know what to do. There's no creativity, there's no ideas, there's no, it's like we freeze as soon as we get to the top half of the pitch, and we just don't know what to do. So it's alarming actually, like how bad we are going forward. Right there, first goal, Marshall mistake. Not quite sure what was going through his head at the time he made that pass, because other than that mistake that he made for their first goal, he's actually been quite excellent. Probably one of the signings of the season, I'd say. He's been pretty steady in goal so far this season, but he just had a lapse of concentration and gave the goal away. For large parts of the game, we dominated. We had a lot of possession, but the problem is you can have all the possession in the world. If you're not putting the ball in the back of the net, it doesn't matter how much possession you've got. We got into some promising positions. Buchanan and Byrne both, I thought, played pretty well today, given the circumstances. I thought they did their job pretty well. But other than that, it's just, you can't pinpoint like where it's actually, like, what is so bad about the side. Like, I mean, the first half we played the 3-4-3. I thought we should have stuck to that in the second half. The gaffer made a change. I don't know whether that was Koku's call or Racinia's call or the backroom staff. Took off Clark and brought on Juzwiak. Juzwiak looked good in spells when he come on. But other than that, he became a passenger, like most of the Derby side today. It looked like we turned in from a 3-4-3 to a flat back 4, and it's just changed the whole dynamic of the game. Barnsley got into the game a bit more, but to be honest, they were really good on the counter attack, and you could see the defensive frailties that we've actually got when we're sprung on, when teams spring us on the counter. I'm lost for words. I think I just don't know what more I can say about the performances, because I mean, although I haven't been making the videos, I've been watching every game as it's been going on, and it's the same thing. It's just, you look at it and you think to yourself, we're just not going to score. When is that next goal going to come? Because we just can't, honestly, we can't even say that we look like scoring. The commentators are saying we don't look like scoring. We get into promising positions, but either the cross has gone over, or there's not enough bodies in the box, or when we are in the box, we're too busy tippy-tapping. It's just not good enough. We're trying to walk the ball into the net, and it doesn't work. I mean, Barnsley's second goal, took a shot from outside the box. Great goal, by the way. I don't see us doing that. For one, we can't even get into that sort of position to begin with, where you become one-on-one, or you just sort of bend it around your defender into the bottom corner. Our strikers, I mean, Waghorn, he tries a lot, he works hard, but he's not a number 9, and he was never going to be the replacement for Chris Martin. When Kazim Richards only ever comes on for 10 minutes per game. What sort of impact is he going to have playing 10 minutes a game? It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. It was another defeat. We are now rock bottom of the table. What was it? 6 points from 11 games, is it? it's just not good enough, is it really? I mean, I love Koku. I thought when he came in, I thought his appointment was the right one. Um, Obviously, it hasn't worked out for one reason or another. I really don't agree with a lot of the abuse he's getting online. Um, like Coco the clown, or he's clueless Koku or whatever. Okay, fair enough. Maybe his formations aren't working, maybe his tactics aren't working. But the man oozes class. The things that he's had to deal with in the last year and a half of being at Derby, uh, most managers would have run at the first sight of it, but he dealt with everything in a calm, collected manner. He oozes class. To me, it just seems like it was the right person to appoint, but at the wrong time. Um, it just, you want to see, or you wanted to see Koku do well, but I think his days are numbered. Um, I'm by no means a Koku out. I am firmly a Koku in. Um, I've always maintained that, but when you realise that we do need change, it's just unfortunate the circumstances that have actually come along that we do need change now. It's a shame really, because a lot of fans did want to see Koku do well, but for one reason or another on the pitch it hasn't clicked. But the players, and I'm gonna say, I've said this on Twitter, and I'm gonna say it now. The players need to take a good hard look at themselves, because not just today against Barnsley, we were awful against QPR. We were non-existent in most of the games we've actually played this year. I mean, what is it? You say that you're playing for the manager, but are you really playing for the manager? If you were playing for the manager, you would have made sure you'd won that game today. 2 games we had this week, QPR and Barnsley, on paper winnable games, and we should have looked to at least be taking 4 points from that. We got 0. We couldn't score a goal. We haven't looked like scoring a goal. We could be playing for the next 6 months and we don't look like scoring a goal. And the players really need to take a good hard look at themselves, because if you're saying you're playing for the manager, you're telling me that's how you play for the manager. It's shocking. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace. I mean, individually we might have some great players, but as a collective, as a team, non-existent. I don't agree with having to chop and change the side to fit a player in. I just don't see the point in that. The 3-4-3 looked like it was working. Even today in the first half, the 3-4-3 looked like it was working, and then we go and change the shape. I don't get it. We were on top for that pretty much a majority of that first half. And then we go and change it in the second half. I mean, I wouldn't have took Matt Clark off anyway. I thought Clark was probably, out of the 3, one of the better defenders. But I guess it was, in typical Derby style, it was probably the final nail in the coffin for Koku's tenure at Derby. I mean, I've seen names branded about already, Eddie Howe and Paul Cook, and obviously with the takeover about to happen, you're getting the more bizarre names like Rafa Benitez, or I'm guessing for the bands as well, Maurizio Pochettino. But to me, you could bring any manager in, and I still think we won't sort this mess out. This mess has been here since Lampard's days. I mean, and I said it earlier, the 3 loans that Lampard brought in were literally papered over the cracks of what was an actual bang average squad. And we got found out last season it was a bang average squad. And yet, we seem to blame. It's easy to blame the manager. Okay, maybe his tactics aren't working, but we got to question the players too. You got to question their commitment, their fight, their passion. I can't honestly say, in the 11 games we've watched this season in the league plus the cup, that we've had fight, we've had courage, we've had determination. No, none of it. We see it's like the lads turn up for 90 minutes, kick the ball around, go 2-0 down, 1-0, 2-0 down, and then they go home. Where's the fight? Where's the passion? I just don't know what's going on with our club. I mean, yeah, Cocu will be gone. You'd be a fool to think that he won't in the next week and a half or 2 weeks. I think he'll be gone by Monday, which is a shame, but we need change. I guess we have to have some sort of positivity and think that the ownership change will be a positive one too, although we have to be careful, because there's a good old saying, there's be careful what you wish for. So hopefully this doesn't turn around to bite us back on the arse, but I think top to bottom we just need a whole restructure. I think it'll be a breath of fresh air to have the new sheikh come in. Okay, yeah, we're one of the richest clubs in the world, but let's just focus on getting out of that bottom three first and foremost before we can even dream about Premier League and Champions League and whatever other dreams that are going to come our way. Because right now we're in the shit. We're in a right dogfight here, and to be honest, it doesn't look like it. You can't see us getting out of it. That's the worst thing. Like, from what we've shown already this season, we just don't look like we could avoid the relegation battles this year. I'd really just, I'm lost for words. I don't know. I can't put into words how disappointed and angry and upset I am about some of the performances we've put in. I'm not saying it's just the players' fault. I will say that Cocu's made some silly decisions. I just think, for me, right man, wrong time. I don't want to comment too much on whatever's going to happen next with Cocu and his backroom staff or whatever else is going on, but we need to buck our ideas up, because otherwise we're going to League One. We could have the billions in the bank, but unless we change something on the field, I'm talking to the players as well as the management staff, we need to change something on the field, because otherwise we are going down. And then if you think it's bad now, it's going to be, if we were to go down, I think we'd struggle to get back up. It took Sheffield United 5 years to come back up. Sunderland are in their, third year now in League One. Ipswich are down there. It's not an easy league to get out of. But I don't want to focus on League One. I want to focus on this, first and foremost now, remaining in the Championship. Forget about the top six for now. Unless we go on some sort of bizarre Jim Smith run, that 20 games unbeaten, I wouldn't even think about the playoffs now. The main aim is to literally get out of that bottom three and start climbing the table, because if we don't climb soon, we're in deep trouble. Sheffield Wednesday started on -12, which then got reduced to -6 because of the EFL appeal. And even now, they're ahead of us. It looks bleak. But, I don't know, just... I think every Derby fan feels like this. It's just they feel like it's... I can't even explain. It's just one of them down in the dumps feelings. But we've got the international break, people. Let's put football to the back of our minds. Let's look at the bigger picture. I'm just going to go away from Derby for a minute. Okay, we're in the second lockdown, so people, I urge you all to. I know that this is a tough time mentally for a lot of people, myself included. I just want to say that you can reach out to me if you ever want to talk, not just about Derby, about anything. Just might want to talk about how your day's going, anything like that. offering my services out to people, because I know mental health has been a real big issue with the lockdowns, and these next 4 weeks, potentially more, could be quite hard for a lot of people. So I just want people to remain positive, stay strong, check up on your family members, check up on your friends, keep positive. If you can, go out and exercise. Just keep your minds sort of occupied, and try not to stress, because we will beat this virus one day, and hopefully we'll all be back at Pride Park moaning and groaning like we always do, or jumping up and down when we beat the Red Dogs 4-0, or if that ever happens. But the bigger picture is, people, that we need to stay positive, remain happy, because these times are bleak. The Derby stuff doesn't help, but I just want to say that I'm here for anybody that wants to reach out. I'm here for not just Derby fans, anybody. If you ever want to chat, just literally hit me up on my socials, or if you've got my number, just give me a call. For the next 2 weeks, this is Mr. Singh's Derby RB signing out. Take care, stay safe, and if you ever want to talk, I'm here.